Yeah. So the question
How do you
is
balance it out?
between training at home, what you do at the gym or at the home. Like I have a table, pulley
Yeah.
system, all the handles. How do you
Structure it.
structure a training for what you're going? Like Arizona State's coming up soon.
Yes.
I want to train for it. Knowing how do you figure out your weaknesses, strengths, get a training program and table time. What do you do to prepare for that kind of thing?
So I would say first, as far as structuring your training leading up to a tournament, you need to do more table time. So if you're doing table time, if you're working out in the gym, you're pushing yourself really hard, you're doing a lot of weights, and it's affecting your table time, that's not good because what we want to be good at is actually arm wrestling, right?
Yeah.
So leading up, so how far away are we from Arizona State?
About 2 months.
2 months, okay. So you should be doing ready goes, not so much here, but getting your position as quickly as you can, learning, kind of reinforcing good habits as far as gripping.
So not pinning ready goes.
The pinning happens as a result of getting an advantage in the grip and getting an advantage after the go. Okay. And are you gonna do amateurs or pros?
Still deciding.
The advice is different for either one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're undecided, I would do amateurs. Everyone should do amateurs.
Yeah.
And there's not really an in between of amateurs and pro. There's not like a semi-pro class. So the very best amateur probably can't even move the shittiest pro.
Yeah.
That's how
Well, I
big.
experienced that at the last tournament.
Yeah. So get a few wins, under your belt in the amateur class, and then
I do like it so far.
you're ready. Because getting your ass kicked in the pros and going 0-2 every single tournament, why is that? How's that helpful? You already know where where you need to be.
Yeah.
But as far as
Get really good in that where you know you need to be, get good there, and then
I pull the amateurs. That's all I would concentrate on because I was an amateur. I still am considered an amateur, but I would pull until a pro guy, my buddy Devin Bear, someone said, "Hey man, just fucking get in there with the open and see what happens." And then I surprised myself.
and I've only
And then after that, I'd enter both of them
got it.
every time.
it also depends what the tournament is, what the skill level. If it's Arizona State, the skill level of amateur is going to be pretty high.
Yeah.
The skill level of pro is going to be really high. So if you're going to go to let's say New Mexico, but a lot of their tournaments are a little bit smaller, you could probably do both.
Do both. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So back to my last question though. A lot of table time, ready goes.
A lot of table
So what can I do with training at
stuff?
home with a pulley system, table, all that stuff? What would you recommend?
I mean, I've been having some issues. Just like
Higher intensity, higher weight,
cupping with
higher weight stuff, or
Yeah.
higher reps?
I would say, okay, so leading up, let's say we have 2 months to train.
Is it this?
Ideally,
Or is it just
it being a perfect rule, I would do table time 3 times per week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, whatever it is. But I would make sure that the person you're doing table time, they don't have the ego to where you can practice your move.
Yeah.
So like,
You're not trying to rip
Yeah.
through.
yeah, we're not trying to rip each other out. So like I had a table practice with 2 of the guys that I'm helping out.
Yeah.
So you have to structure it, right? So like, okay, we're going to practice getting a grip. Okay. So, okay, when you get a good grip, stop, right? So what are you going to do? Like, what's your first move? Ready, go into the move, the other guy defends. And then repeat 20, 30, 40, 50 times, whatever it is.
That's helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, back to the ready. So the table time, that's clarified. At the house with the handles and the weights and stuff. How would you structure that, or would you not do that too much?
I would say for you, you're very strong.
Yeah.
I think you know,
This is your
as
first
far
episode
as gym
you
stuff,
looked
I think you're fine. I think for you, it's mostly technical stuff, actually arm wrestling, right? So I would do table time 2-3 times a week. And then as far as gym stuff, do 20 reps, 30 reps. Sometimes I go until failure, for like back pressure and stuff like that. So I would really do those things. But when you're off season, let's say you got a tournament 6 months, 5 months, you're way out, you can afford to really go hard in the gym to really break yourself down. And then you get used to the higher
The
level.
difference between your arm and your
Got
wrist
it.
is like
That's helpful. Yeah. Because it's
Well,
going to be
really
you guys.
because I don't do-
Now, let's say if somebody doesn't have the strength there, they do a tournament, they should do table time. That's given, but their training style is it still the same?
I just started
2
getting
months out,
into the
higher reps, not
just
as
grip stuff.
heavy
I've
weight.
been trying
The
to-
reason I say higher reps is because it's gonna
My grip is so bad.
put blood in your
I mean,
tendons
I'm
and it's
just
gonna help
trying to
healing.
so-
It's like
I can close the
Let's see.
I'm probably like gonna
Kinda
want
relate
to. That's good. I'm just
So it's kind of like we're doing. We're getting ready for a boxing match, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, hey man, how often should I hit the bag? Should I put some weights on my gloves? Should I hit the bag? It's like, bro, you should be doing ring time, right? You should be getting in there and sparring. You should be sparring, right? Because, you know, in 2 months you might get your ass kicked in the ring, right? You're not fighting a heavy bag. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that makes a little difference.
That helps.
Further break that down. Freddie Roach used to train Manny Pacquiao,
Yeah.
and for a 12-round, 3-minute per round fight,
Yeah.
he threw 12,000 rounds in the gym before he gets to the fight. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Because I was about to, I'm starting to train at the house, and I'm putting 70, 80, 90, 100 pounds on there. That's not going to help. I need to be doing 2 or 3 table times per week and get some blood flow.
The thing is, a lot of people are really, really strong in the gym. Like, I see some amateur guys, 100 pounds of side pressure, and they're really, really strong in the gym, but when you take them just a little bit out of position, they do 50 pounds.
Yeah, 50 pounds, yeah.
So I do all my normal workouts, bench pressing, all my what you would do if you're playing football or something.
Yeah.
But I do really light weights, more reps.
Yeah.
And then when I do my arm wrestling specific stuff, I add a little weight, but just for what's going to benefit me. I'm not trying to get a 150 pound dumbbell and do a curl. You know what I
But
mean?
obviously, you can go a little bit heavier on the arm wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
That helps a lot. I'm considering my training program, trying to figure out how to formula this. So that helps.
Like right now, I just told Ed I'm trying to figure out because my wrist, I'm strong here, my lock is super strong, and I can top roll a lot of people.
Is good.
But it's just that little, like you said, you're getting your wrist taken at the tournament.
Yeah.
That still happens to me now and then if the guy's got a crazy
Now I agree with what John was saying. Where in practice I'm starting with an advantage.
Yes.
But after that tournament with a lot of the same guys and some of the guys that didn't pull, I purposely would start the tournament start, and we didn't do ready goes, but we go, and I was able to do it. So there
Because
was such a,
statically, you're a lot stronger than this.
so that's what I'm trying to understand the difference.
statically
That quick.
strong. You just
Think of like me as like your opposite, right?
Yeah.
Statically, like everyone's gonna be like, like Steve West, right?
Yeah.
So it's just pinning me, great. But that's not what we're doing in a match, right? I'm gonna be getting a grip and I'm blasting you 100% to the pad. You're not gonna be able to even engage that position. Right?
That's true. Well, I wouldn't be fast enough to even get stuff. I would already be.
Yeah. We did ready goes that one time. You're tired, but
losing
it's very, very cool.
what kind of ready goes did you do? Like, how did you do
You
it?
blasted him right to the pad.
And even my hand was already on the.
So I do I have guys do like quarter hits.
Yeah.
So I just give you a quarter pressure.
Yeah.
And he says ready go, and he's like a tournament just ready go, bam. You know what?
And
Like,
then you just hold a quarter.
I just give you enough pressure so you're not gonna hurt yourself. That's all I do.
I know you train with a couple guys. Do that with them. I know you're going to be probably the strongest one. Right?
Yeah, Spencer.
Spencer close. What you can do instead of if you're not close, don't blast them to the pad because they're going to be broken down too much. Just do the starting position.
Yeah. Okay, that helps. Yeah, because I think that.
Man, some guys get crazy and they do actual live hits, hit on hit. Guys
You
break
get
their
injured,
shit
you
off.
get
Yeah,
injured
it's not worth
fast,
it, man.
Yeah. Okay,
It's really, really easy to get injured. Like Leander, how many years have you been in the sport?
About 10, and I've had injuries here. Now it's my shoulder.
Yeah.
I always have something going on.
Yeah. My shoulder's so bad, so I
Yeah.
have to.
So I talk to guys who've been in it a long time, and they're like, "Well, that's because your shoulders are weak in a certain area." So I've been doing different, like in the gym, just to strengthen around my rotator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to go do some rehab.
Like think of it like in 10 years. Like what do I want to do? Like what my skill level in 10 years, and just plan accordingly for 10 years.
Long term.
So when I first started, I came here, and my thought of arm wrestling was in the school, just going like this.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I used to arm wrestle my dad, but we would only do this.
Yeah, I feel like most people do. They start away and then.
Yeah, I do nothing.
Yeah. Yep, that's really good.
But I had dead arm for like 8 months when I first started. I'd be all fresh. Yeah, let's
Surprised you didn't
pull.
get even worse injuries.
Two pulls, I'm done. You know what I mean?